Hail folks, welcome to another episode of BayView Views. I'm Mark Dutram. I'm going to try to cover for you today quickly the new ramifications of the Secure Act 2.0. We've been talking about this for a long time, and we're going to do similar to what we did with the Inflation Adjustment Act, right? We're going to try to summarize it for you. Nice video format where you can stop and start and go back and see some of the changes that might affect you. And again, we're just going to cover maybe some of the big ones that will affect the majority of the people. And these, again, will cycle in over time, right? We got some that come effective in 2023, 2024, 2025, all the way through. So right out of the gate, 2023, kind of cool. If you were born before 1960, you're going to be able to delay RMDs to age 73. Very cool. And that's going to progress until 2033. You'll be able to take it out as late as age 75. You still have to figure out whether that's the best thing to do or not, right? Because now tax rates are pretty low from a historical standpoint. Missed RMD penalties. It used to be a 50% penalty, which is pretty substantial. But now they're going to reduce that down to 25% or as low as 10% if you do make up that RMD within a 2-year time period. The stretch IRA, which again, so many changes with regards to this. We love those. Remember, we could pass on an IRA to our beneficiaries. They could take an RMD over their lifetime, and it was a great tool to do that. Well, now, other than a few types of beneficiaries, people are going to have to take it out over a 10-year time period. And if it's a traditional IRA, they're going to have to not only have all the money out by year 10, they're going to have to take RMDs for years 1 through 9. That is based on their life expectancy, right? So again, you got to figure out what's best for you and your family with regards to a tax implications, right? The 10-year rule still applies to inherited Roth IRAs, but remember the key benefit of one of those is they pass not only tax-free, but you don't have to take RMDs for years 1 through 9. You could postpone that and take the entire thing out in year 10 and be very happy. Remember that small classification of people that could still stretch it are called eligible designated beneficiaries. And these guys would be like a surviving spouse, minor beneficiaries, not grandchildren, by the way, but minor children, those that are not more than 10 years younger than you are, those that are disabled. There's a category of people that would still be able to do again, the stretch provision. And of course, those that inherited an IRA prior to Secure Act coming into place or prior to 2020. The IRS will also release some guidance with regards to RMDs that were not taken in 2021 and 2022. They're going to go ahead and waive that 50% penalty because they gave some conflicting information with regards to whether you had to take an RMD from it or not. So they just avoided that confusion altogether. And no RMD requirement for 2021, 2022. QLAC, or a knick-knack, paddywhack. This is a great vehicle for those that don't want to take RMDs until age 85. It's called a qualified longevity annuity contract. Easy for me to say, right? But you can postpone RMDs now to age 85, and you could put in up to $200,000 into one of these accounts and really postpone the RMD obligation. 529 plans. I love this. I mean, it's not a broad enough, I think, capability of helping because it's limited to $35,000. But you could actually take $35,000 out of a 529 plan that was never used for education, and you could roll that to a Roth. Now, you can't do it all in 1 year, but you can do it year by year up to your contribution limit. And now, yeah, you're taking an asset that was dedicated to be a tax-free asset and continue it as a Roth, which is a pretty cool, kind of option for us now. Effective in 2024, they've done some cool things on 401k plans. Used to be your employer could only do the match in a pre-tax basis. Well, now they're going to have the option to actually do a Roth contribution for you as a match. That's actually great news, right? We also have, for those that make too much money, if you have a W-2 income over 145, your 401k catch-up contributions can only go into Roth. So that's a little bit of a handicap for the higher wage earners. They're going to eliminate the RMDs from Roth 401ks. Remember, that kind of matches the Roth traditional, the Roth IRAs, which didn't have an RMD requirement from them either. And then we can allocate, again, some of our 401k match to a student loan, right? Which is actually a pretty cool kind of provision as well. In 2025, we have some catch-up contributions for those that are over age 60 to 63, similar to kind of what we do is with a 403B or a 457 plan. We can now ante up a little bit more with regards to that catch-up contribution, and remember, take advantage of our final working years to kind of load that up. QCDs, again, if you're not using those and you're 70 or over, those are a great way to take money from your IRA and make a charitable contribution completely tax-free without even itemizing. So it's a great tool. They've expanded that a little bit. You can now actually take up to $50,000 and throw it into what's called a charitable remainder trust and use this for future gifts. And then starting in 2026, you can actually do some very cool thing with Roth conversions. You can put RMDs into life insurance policies. So really kind of cool options there. They've expanded. There's about 21 exceptions now to the 10% penalty rule, taking money out prior to age 59 and a half. So now there are many ways to kind of get the money out. Guys, lots of neat things happening with the Secure Act. I hope this has been beneficial for you. Again, if you have any questions about any of this, please give us a shout. We'll be glad to help in any way possible. And I hope you guys have a great 2023. Thanks.